Welcome to Thursday's news update from the world of video games. Today's news flash includes a trip to the moon of Pandora, The Last of Us goes next generation, and a new game by Sony Online Entertainment. But we start this news flash with one of the best games of all time. Hank Rogers of the Tetris Company has said that 425 million copies of Tetris have been sold for cell phones and modern smartphones. Free downloads like Tetris Blitz from Electronic Arts are not included in this number. The Tetris Company wants you to pay for their product and thinks the freemium proposition is all messed up. People won't spend the amount of money they spend on a cup of coffee for a game that could last them weeks, Mr. Rogers complained in an interview with VentureBeat. Tetris's big breakthrough was on the original black and white Game Boy, when the game was sold 35 million times. That's roughly half of the total retail sales of the puzzle game ever. Denton Games and Devolver Digital are making Hotline Miami 2 Wrong Number for PC, PS4, PS3 and Vita. The game is planned for the third quarter of this year. But they just released new gameplay footage, which shows you there will be dual-wielding Uzis. That's awesome!
Borderlands, the pre-sequel, is about Handsome Jack's rise to power.
2K Games has announced the sequel that's actually a prequel to Borderlands. It's called Borderlands, the prequel, and it's called Borderlands, the pre-sequel, and it's called Borderlands, the pre-sequel, and it's being made by Gearbox Software for PC, PS3, and Xbox 360. The story of the RPG shooter takes place on the moon of Pandora. Players will experience the rise of power of Handsome Jack, and the little robot Claptrap will be a playable character. Nope, Borderlands, the pre-sequel is not coming to the Xbox One and PS4.
It's a great time to jump in and check out what all the fuss is about.
I reckon it's got something to do with that girl.
It's got everything to do with that little girl.
Sony has confirmed the PS4 version of The Last of Us. The survival horror game was released last year on the PlayStation 3 and was hailed as one of the best games of the year. The PS4 version of The Last of Us will be released on disc and as a one-day digital download.
Let's get a move on.
Sony Online Entertainment revealed a new online game yesterday evening. The MMO was teased as H1Z1. The name of the game is clearly a reference to the deadly H1N1 flu virus. The game will be playable very soon. The atmosphere from this MMO is kinda creepy. This new online game is planned for PC and PS4. Are you as hyped about Captain America the Winter Soldier as everyone else? Good news, because Cap is getting into video games. The All-American hero is one of the first heroes that will become part of Disney Infinity. The creative adventure game series already features many Disney and Pixar characters. As Marvel is a part of the great Disney empire, it's simply logic that Captain America and very likely the rest of the Avengers will also become available inside the video game. Even though we all know all gesture games kind of suck, Sony is saying they designed Move to be virtual reality wands. In an interview with game magazine Edge, an engineer from Sony talked about the PlayStation Move being a virtual reality wand in disguise as a motion controller. Sony has announced its own virtual reality helmet called Project Morpheus. The helmet uses the same detection technology as the PlayStation Move controllers. Because cameras and sensors recognize the Move controllers and the Morpheus helmet, the engineer claims Move was designed with that specific vision in mind. Even though there's lots of enthusiasm surrounding virtual reality, time will tell whether Project Morpheus and Oculus Rift will be able to capture the imagination of the mainstream consumer. The online racing game The Crew will be released this fall on PC, PS4 and Xbox One. That's something Ubisoft announced this week. The racing game will also feature the ability to unlock features by paying money. In an interview with Videogamer.com, Ubisoft revealed that all content can also be unlocked by progression, but busy gamers who want to save some time need to pay up. That's it for today's news show. Check back on Monday for a completely new update.